Okay, so my laptop crashed when I was trying to do the video for me with my horribly southern voice, reading Star Wars script. Okay, so I'm gonna try and read some of the Farscape script, Cracker Something Matter. See what happens then. But as you can see, the my accent is, and another thing why I'm glad it did crash is because I kept laughing because it just sounded so absurd with my accent. And I'm probably gonna be laughing reading this too. So okay. Maybe I should just go get some specifications or read a recipe or something. And read the ingredients found in something, some food. And maybe that would be even more fun than me actually reading some of the script. Okay, so this is scene 1 in Cracker Something Matter. It says cold open. INT, which I think stands for internal. I'm not sure, but Moya passageway. Fast on the move, Crichton follows the Argo towards the maintenance bay. The Argo is on the defensive. Crichton is almost laughing with amazement, fast and overlapping. The Argo. Zahn found him. His name's Troutix. Crichton. And you brought him on board? The Argo. He said it can alter Moya's electromagnetic so no one will be able to track us. Crichton, almost laughing at the Argo. Come on, how many times have we picked up some guy who said he could help us and then he turned around and screwed us? Diargo, we have to do something. Scorpius left wanted beacons all over the Commerce planet. Crichton, shaking his head in disbelief. We're such idiots. We should make a huge kick me sign and stick it on the back of Moya. Diargo, we had to make a snap decision. You weren't down there with us. Next time help us buy supplies instead of staying up here. Crichton, let me tell you something. And this is not just guy to guy. Friend to friend, and I mean this metaphorically and not literally. Diargo, bite me. Okay, so that was me reading some Farscape. Now, like I said, it would probably be more funny if I was reading the ingredients off of something that's made artificially. So let me go to recipes.com real quick and see if I can find some ingredients. Let's see. Let's see. Ingredients in cigarettes. This ought to be good. There are over 4,000 chemicals in tobacco smoke, and at least 69 of those chemicals are known to cause cancer. The list of 599 additives approved by the U.S. government for use in the manufacture of cigarettes is something every smoker should see. Jesus of Nazareth. Wow. Okay. This list of ingredients has long been kept a secret. Okay, tobacco companies reporting this information were American Tobacco Company, Brown & Williamson, Liggett Group, Philip Morris, and R.J. Reynolds. Okay, acetanisole. I guess it's a type of acetate, like fingernail polish remover. ACETANISOLE. Acetic acid, acetone, acetophenone, 6-acetoxdihydrothioaspirine. Okay, let me go to something easy. Alfalfa extract, allspice extract, oleo resin and oil, hexanoate, ionone, almond bitter oil, ambergris tincture, ambergris, I guess that's how you say gris, ambergris, gris, ammonia, ammonium bicarbonate, ammonium hydroxide. And let me just let you guys know something. Creamy crack for hair has some ammonium hydroxide in it. So that means you're smoking relaxer. Hair relaxer. Wow. Woo. Let's see. Let's see if I can recognize. Anise. And I guess these are for like the cigars, like the Swisher Sweets and the sweet smelling, nice smelling stuff, like the anise star extract oils. Acetate again. apricot extract and juice concentrate, ascorbic acid, benzyl, yeah, alcohol, black currant bugs, absolute, borneol acetate, buku leaf oil, and it's BUCHU, bushu leaf oil, butter esters, and butter oil. That's acetate. Let's see. Caffeine, calcium carbonate, which is what's found in some of the sodas, which cause kidney problems. Camphene, cananga oil. Oh, wow. Fig juice concentrate. Geranium rose oil. There's like I said, there's over 500. Seriously, there's over 500 ingredients. I think I'm gonna post a link to this on the website. This is very, very interesting. Y'all should read this if you smoke. And if you smoke, you might want to think about quitting. Get you another habit. Learn how to spin yarn like I do. Spinning yarn is very therapeutic. It's a very peaceful process. It's zen. Trust me. If you start spinning yarn and knitting or crocheting as an alternative to smoking, you could donate the things you make to a charity in your local area, and or you can sell them to friends and family who like your style. So that's me and my horrible southern accent. Get you find common ingredients found, well, not common ingredients found in cigarettes. We even got lactate in there. You know, lactic acid buildup in your muscles causes horrible cramps. Why would you want to smoke that crap into your lungs? Oh my God. I'm glad I don't smoke. Okay then, so yeah, that's it. And it's getting dark, so I probably need to spray myself with my bug spray and run out to my garden and check on it. And maybe I'll be having me some sugar peas tomorrow with a stir fry. Y'all take care. Oh yeah, okay. I forgot what I'm supposed to be doing. Alright, now for my knitting, people from, Glitches channel and dancers and stuff, if you don't want to watch this part, this is when you need to leave. Hasta luego. Hasta luego. Look. That was from my Navy days. Okay, so this is what I'm working on. It is a hat, and it is in all blues. I don't know if you can. There you go. And it's gonna be really pretty. And I'll put a pattern to the link below for those of you who knit, who might be interested. This is the same pattern that Dump for Stump showed us on the cast off crew. Now, the other hat I'm making is going to be like the pink hat I showed you that's behind me. The pink slouchy hat. But this one is in a colorway called Sunflower. And it is also peaches and cream. See? And this is pretty much true to color. So that's one good thing about being on this computer. That picks up the colors better. Okay, so these are my stitch markers that I got from my friend. And so this is what it's going to look like when it's joined together. Because remember it's worked flat and then I have to sew it together. So this is the way the colors right now are pooling. And it's going to be really pretty. I really like that. So that's what I'm working on. Crochet and all this other stuff wise. Now, let me show you what I'm spinning currently. Currently, I'm making what I call one of my remnant skeins, which is like a bunch of different yarns. Different singles that I've spun, and I put them on a bobbin because somebody been here messing with my stuff. My kids drive me crazy. So you young people out there, I'm gonna just preach a little bit to y'all. Not necessarily preaching, but please wait. Please wait before you start having babies. Okay? Wait until you've done the things that you want to do. And if it's too late, by waiting that long, you can always adopt or get your pet. Okay? Because if you don't, your kids will be always up in your business, messing with everything. Okay, so this is the remnant skein that I'm working on. And it has some grays and some reds and some browns in it. And I'm probably going to get 2 bobbins out of that. I still need to, as you can see the lavender to the side there, I still need to apply that. I'm getting to it. I really am. I got to work on my art homework because I missed 2 Saturdays, 2 weeks of classes because I went to Maryland Shipping Wool, and then the following weekend we drove up to Timberville, Virginia. Do y'all want to talk about feeling awkward? Okay. It's like you drive into the town and you pull over in front of the convenience store there to get gas, because the gas up there was like $3.29. So we were like, wow. You mean tell me the gas, they got to drive the gas all the way out here in the middle of nowhere, and it's cheaper than it is down right there by the port? You know, you got Norfolk right there, you got Portsmouth right there, you got Chesapeake right there, and we're paying, 30 cents more per gallon. That's stupid. And we have a larger population. So why are we paying more for gas? I don't get it. So we tanked up, and so when we pulled into the gas station, there was like these 2 boys and these like 2 kids walking away from the gas station. And we pulled up, and they like looked back, and they did like a double take, like, like, whoa. Now my husband, he's like 6'3", okay, and he got out of the truck, and he's tall, and my tag says Spin Freak, but it's not because he's a DJ or nothing. He used to DJ when he was younger, but he was in the Navy, so he didn't do stuff like that. So but I bought him for his birthday. I did buy him some more DJ equipment and stuff. So he's starting to get back into the groove of things in our old age. But these kids did a double take, and I looked at my husband and I was like, "Do you hear the lyrics playing?" He was like, he's from Brooklyn, so he was like, whatever. And so I watched them, and they were like looking, they were talking. I was like, oh God. And so they kept on walking, but it was like everybody was like, look, this town is so small, they probably know everybody that lives in the town. So it's obvious that we're not from around there. And so we went over to get some food and eat while we were looking after we had met the lady who had the loom and everything. And so my phone was dying. And so I was like, I knew I should have got that car charger when, because, I didn't bring my laptop, so I couldn't charge it, on the laptop. So we stopped at the AutoZone, and there was these kids drag racing. Yeah, drag racing down the street. No cops or nothing. These kids just drag racing down the street. And then they were having like this little car show over on the side and everything. And so I go in there, and the guy was like, can I help you? And I was like, yeah, do you have automobile chargers here? He was like, yeah, they're in the back. He was like, here, I'll show you. And so I took my phone out, to look and make sure that they had the correct connection and everything. Because the box didn't say whether or not. It was like one of those multi-connection ones. And it actually had it packed so that you could see the connectors. A lot of those boxes, they pack them jacked up, and you can't even tell what's in them until you open it, and then you're stuck with it a lot of times. So I looked, and yes, it matched my iPhone and everything, so I bought it, and it was cheaper than the one I had seen back home at the AutoZone. So I'm like, is the AutoZone down in our area just ripping people off left and right? It has to be, because I got this one with all the attachments for $19. Okay, $19 and some change. Time they added tax, it was like, $20.45 or something like that. The one here at the AutoZone, the same car charging system where you can hook it into your laptop, you have all the different cameras, and a couple other phone connections, even the micro USB thing. Here, the AutoZone was selling it for $29.99. The same exact thing. Okay, so they're getting a $10 profit off of that over what their regular profit would be, you know, because who knows how much they actually pay for the thing wholesale. So I get the car charged and everything, you know, and so we hit the road and we're headed back home, and we hit some of the scenic spots, and you can see those videos. But the drive wasn't as bad as I was expecting, because I'm so used to driving around in North Carolina, and when you drive out west to North Carolina, it takes you a while, because North Carolina is long, whereas Virginia is long, and then it gets, you know, it shortens up and gets fat. And so we were up on 64 in the fat area, so to speak, by the caverns and everything like that. We were only 22 miles from West Virginia, and I didn't realize that. So, I should have found out where Mountain Rose lives at. But yeah, that was my very interesting experience. And my husband was like, I hope we don't get pulled over, because knowing you got a couple of knives on you. And I was like, and you know this. So, I mean, you're driving for long hours, and you're going somewhere you ain't never been before and everything like that. And you don't want to take any chances that, you know, you never know what might happen, you know. Hey, I'm from the boonies in North Carolina. And my mother and father, they're from the generation where they had to go to the back of the restaurant to pick up their food and stuff. They couldn't even go in the restaurant. They had to call in their order, and then they would sell it to them out the back of the restaurant. They had a cashier back there to sell food to black people. Yeah. And so, you know, down in North Carolina, where I come from, there is still that element down there. And a lot of people, it's a lot of it isn't like it was, but then there's, you know, some of it is still there, because you still have a generation that was raised to be like that, to be prejudiced like that. And it's sad, because, you know, the world is changing a lot, some for the better, some for the worse. But it's changing a lot. It's changing to the point where color should not matter unless you're buying an animal for particular breeding, you know, inheritances. You know, like you want a black alpaca, or you want to buy, you know, a red, what do you call them things? Can't you think of the name of them right now? Irish setter, you know. That's the only time where bloodlines and color should matter anymore in this world. With human beings, it shouldn't matter at all, because we're all human beings. And that's just how I feel about that. And that's how it should be. There's some old movie that I watched. And I can't think of the name of it now. But in one of the scenes, the person was like, I'm human, you know. And then that's the thing. We're humans. Everybody's a human. You know, it's just accept that. Accept that. You shouldn't even be looking at color when you look at a human. You should look how that person carries themselves, how that person treats others, how that person treats, you know, whether that person is, you know, because evil come in all different shapes, sizes, forms, and colors, and across all nationalities. You know, and that's what you should be looking for. You should be looking at a person's what it says, judge me by my character, not by the color of my skin. That was a quote from somewhere. Knowing me is something I learned when I was in 6th grade or something. See, stuff like that just pops up in my head. But that's kind of like what Martin Luther King said, just a different way of saying it. He said, don't judge me based on the color of my skin, but by the content of my character. Okay. Martin Luther King Jr. So yeah. That's all I really have to say today about that. I have been watching pastel tutorials. So I'm going to attempt to do that again. And I think I'm going to buy me some gloves. So I don't have to actually touch the pastels. I can hold them in my glove. I'm telling y'all, this is like an OCD thing. It's like, I do not like, you know, I don't know. I just don't understand. I just don't like that. Because I could be covered in mud and dirt and I'm fine. You know, from being outside and garden working in the yard. That's, to me, that's natural, I guess. But holding them pastels and just that stuff gets all over everything. And if you forget and you touch something where it's more ingrained in me, if I've been outside, taking the lawnmower apart and, sharpening the blades on the lawnmower and everything like that, I'm going to have, the sharpening oil and the grit and stuff on my hands stuff. So it's more ingrained in me not to touch stuff. And, to get my Gojo juice and, wash my hands and, before I, touch stuff. Whereas the painting and stuff and the chalks and stuff, it's not ingrained in my head that if you touch that, you're going to jack it up, But I do not like the feel of that chalk stuff. I don't even think I really like talcum powder and stuff that much growing up. So no. But I gotta do some more of that. I gotta really do some more of that. I'm trying to keep drawing. So yeah. So after I knit for a little while longer, I think I'm gonna draw some and then I'm gonna spin on the electric spinning wheel some. So yeah. So this is my vlog today. I wanted to thank everybody. Let me pull it up. Because I wanted to thank everybody who's been leaving me comments and joining my channel and then quitting my channel and then rejoining my channel. If I can find my channel. So let me go to the inbox. Okay. So I want to thank C. Watt 7412, Dragon Chick 19, Josh Waddy 16, Poetic Spice, FE 924, Amiana Red, Key Galley 65, Bejewel Hedgehog Reb 64, Outside the Box 3, Butterfly Jonesful, Socks on Sticks, okay, we did Rebs, yeah, Zelda, Susie Cusey, Tulip Sun 21, C Hepworth, Jaxie Ray, which I like Jaxie Ray's name because my middle name is Ray. So it's not often I find somebody with the R-A-E for their name. Susie Cusey, which I think I did Susie Cusey before. But these are the people. Let me see. Safe Pet Haven, Rose Elizabeth, and Andy Believes, Mixed Play 84, and that's it. Nope, there's some more. Hold up. Peebles Official, Trations. Come on, people. Y'all got to use names people can freaking pronounce without having Tracian Rick 4105, if that's how to say it. One Fireborn Rage. Josh Waddy 16. I already said that. Bam the Dancer. One Virtuous Woman. And Don't For Stomp. And that's it. So, thank you guys for commenting on my channel and stuff like that. And I'm going to read some of these things because I think I needed to respond to somebody. Let me see. Oh, okay. So, dude said, see, if you were there, you would have seen that everyone does care about this and the styles. And my thing is this. Okay. I wasn't there. However, Bam posted a video of everything that happened that was there. And you can see from some of the participants in the video that even though they were having fun and everything, well, they may or may not have been putting forth their best effort. But when I see a guy who weighs, looks to me, over 200 pounds out there dancing his ass off, and then I see someone else who is more able-bodied than him half-ass dancing, I call it like I see it. And if you got a problem with that, that's not my problem. You know, I'm not a dancer anymore. Back in the day, I used to dance in clubs and stuff. I grew up in the B-boy, B-girl generation. You know, so everybody had their little pop locking groups and stuff. And so I've always loved watching dancing and dancers and everything like that, even though I was no longer able to participate after, you know, going into the Navy, doing all that running, playing basketball all the time, jacking up my knees. So I'm a participant. Now I'm a spectator. So I love to watch and watch the moves and everything, and wish that, well, how come one of my children don't want to dance? Children don't want to dance, they don't play, they don't want to draw, they don't want to play basketball, they don't want to garden, they don't do anything that I used to do. None of my kids want to do anything that I used to do. That's sad. That's why I wanted a son, so I could teach my son how to play basketball, but he inherited all my nerdiness, so instead he would rather learn how to hack into computers and stuff. He's not a hacker. I'm not one either. I'm not. I'm really not. I'm not. I'm not. Okay. But, so he would rather learn how to do stuff like that. Not saying that, you know, back in the day that I wasn't trying to learn how to do stuff like that with Merc and everything. You know, in chat rooms and stuff, people were trying to teach me some stuff. But, you know, those days are behind me. Anyway, let's change the subject. This stuff is the bomb. Boathouse Farms green goodness. Now, they have other flavors. They have like the berries, the blueberry, the different oxidants, like the blackberries, blueberries, you know, those colors. They also have one with like the oranges, like with the carrots, the tomatoes, oranges, limes and stuff like that. So they have different ones that you can get, okay? Because raw blueberries do not sit well with me, I drink this one. And because tomatoes make me itch, I drink this one. So far, I have not had any problems with this one. And I think it's more of a mental thing with the blueberries, because I can cook blueberries like in muffins and stuff like that. Doesn't bother me at all. It's raw blueberries that bother me. When I was growing up, we used to go out to the blueberry fields, and we had these buckets, these heavy wooden buckets. These buckets were like this wide and like this tall. So it would be like 5 pounds. When you filled it up, the bucket would weigh over 5 pounds. Okay, so I think the bucket was like a pound. And so we picked these things when blueberries were in season. We were there with our grandmama, because we were out of school every day picking these blueberries, filling these buckets up. And you would make like, I think it was like $10 a bucket back then. That's a lot of money for a kid to have if you could get the money that you from, yeah, you didn't get, grandma got the money. You didn't get the money. Grandma got it. But if you're a family and your family's trying to survive, so, you know, I understand, you know, the reason behind it. But I think I ate so many blueberries back then that it literally made me physically ill to even eat a fresh blueberry now. Cooked, like I said, blueberry waffles, blueberry pancakes, blueberry muffins, doesn't bother me at all. So yeah, blueberry pie, it bothers me. I think it's too concentrated. So yeah, it's sad, ain't it? Now, what else can I ramble on about with y'all? So I finished getting the items out that's going to be going to the other people for the contest. And my class starts at 10. I'm not sure what time they open the post office on the weekends. I'm hoping they open it at 9 so that I can get this stuff mailed off. I already got my list and everything for putting the addresses on. I got my Sharpie. I'm ready to go. So yeah. What else? Well, I think that's pretty much all that's going on with me. Feel free to post your comments. If you have other questions you'd like to ask me, feel free to ask your questions, whether it's about spinning or fiber prep, stuff like that. Feel free to ask. If it's about art, don't ask me. Get in touch with my daughter. Because I'm still learning. I mean, that's why I take classes. I didn't have the same opportunities that she had, and I'm trying to play catch up a little. But for me, it's gonna always be more of a hobby and a way to de-stress. Whereas for my daughter, you know, it has the potential to be so much more, because she's been doing it since she first showed interest in drawing and stuff when she was in like kindergarten, first grade. And when I saw that she was truly and seriously interested in drawing, and I mean, she was so cute. She would just be sitting there, just concentrating on coloring in the lines. I mean, she's in kindergarten, and she is coloring in the lines. She's using color combinations. She wanted it to look as real as possible. Like if it was a sunflower, then she colored it like a sunflower in the lines. And the art teacher said that, you know, this is unusual for a kindergartner to have this much control over, you know, over color, that I really needed to keep her in art classes and see where it went. And you guys have seen her work. You saw, you know, how well how good she is. And I love her artwork, and I think she has a lot of potential. So I just would keep playing and keep having fun, and you know, show you guys my work, and that's that. His face is all shiny. So my hair is twisted right now because I took it out when I got home because it was itchy. So I put it in a twist, and I'll be washing it on Sunday, because tomorrow, in between the rain showers, I will be out in my garden after I get back from class. I'm just so excited about my garden this year. This is the best garden since we moved here and started, you know, getting that back area ready. Now, next year, I'm hoping to be able to have corn, because only one kernel of the corn has survived. Now, I don't know if that's because of the grubs and birds back there, because the birds watch you like a hawk. And as soon as you go in the kitchen, you know, go back into the house in the kitchen, they're back out in the garden scratching and stuff. So, you know, I'm thinking most of the corn was scratched out, because they scratched down pretty pretty deep, looking for those fat grubs. And some of the grubs is like the size of my thumb. That's how big some of those grubs were back there where that tree was at. And Tater keeps killing birds. It's funny. The birds sit along the fence over by his houses, and he'll lay there like he's sleeping. And so the birds will go down to try and drink his water or eat his dog food. And this dog can he moves so fast that it's like, oh my God. But this bird was trying to drink his water, and he crept up on that bird, and he just bam and killed it and knocked it into his water. So then we have to, I've buried 3 birds so far. So, and Anjanita took and she buried that one. So he's killing birds. I'm like, you think the birds would learn, but hey, it's funny to watch. Alright, I've rambled enough. Y'all take care, and I may or may not post tomorrow. If I get into a good groove with spinning on my art and stuff when I come inside, then I probably won't post. And also, I like to say rest in peace to Lyme, also known as SpaceRomantic. We were told on Facebook that she had passed away. And so yeah, and she was young. She was probably let me see, she was a teenager in 99, so she was in her, to Junior's 13, he'll be 13 on his birthday. So let me see. So she was in her early 30s, and it says she passed away to some type of heart failure issue. So, you know, that's really young to pass away. So rest in peace to Lyme, and hopefully her family can find comfort in everything, because that's young to lose a child that young, you know. And today is my oldest daughter's 23rd birthday. So yeah, so happy birthday, Yvonne. She's the artist one. And then that's it.